Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, the band of the Guernsey Guards will start the opening ceremony of the second Island Games. The first was in the Isle of Man 2 years ago. The next will probably be in the Faroe Islands. But this week, all eyes are on Guernsey.
Tomorrow afternoon, this field opposite the Beau Séjour Leisure Centre will be the setting for the opening of the second Island Games. Only bad weather will force the impressive ceremony into the centre's main sports hall. The opening will be performed by the bailiff, Sir Charles Frossard, and all 900 competitors will march past the VIP stand behind their respective island banners. They'll be led onto the field by the band of the Grenadier Guards, the largest teams coming from Guernsey, Jersey and the Isle of Man, while the smallest contingent of 6 from St Helena were the first to arrive in the island some 2 weeks ago. Most of the remaining competitors have been arriving throughout today, but rain or shine, we'll be here tomorrow to cover the highlights of the opening ceremony, which we'll be transmitting on Channel Report the same evening. So if you can't be at the opening, remember we'll be here to bring you all the colour and excitement as the curtain rises on the greatest sporting occasion the Channel Islands have ever seen. In fact, at this moment, the Grenadier Guards have just come out in their civvies for a rehearsal. Meanwhile, down at Foot's Lane, groundsmen are busy making their final preparations, for it's here that the athletics events will be held throughout Saturday and Sunday. Former international athlete Colin Campbell will be our commentator and will be bringing you a full report on each day in special Island Games editions of Channel Report at 7:15 on both Saturday and Sunday.
Programs, anyone? Yes, I can. Here we are, my dear.
The Isle of Man takes the credit for starting the Island Games, and they hosted the first one in 1985. This year, it's Guernsey's turn. The island provided the weather, the athletes came up with the enthusiasm.
As the first team entering the arena is the band from Holland, and their flag bearer is Mikhail Norblom, who is the gold medalist in the 1985 half marathon.
The band of the Grenadier Guards leads the teams into the arena to open the second Island Games. Dressed in their red ceremonial tunics and bearskin bonnets, all familiar figures at state occasions such as the trooping of the colour and changing the guard at Buckingham Palace. They're led by bandmaster Sergeant Major Dabbs, who is under the direction of conductor Major Rodney. This regiment has a long tradition. It was first raised in Flanders during 1656. And Oland, the first team, has the honour there of coming up first with their blue and yellow tracksuits. It's the moment that all competitors, officials and the host islanders worked and planned for over the past 2 years. Åland is independent under Finnish constitution, but because the group of islands lie close under the Swedish coast, most of the 23,000 inhabitants speak Swedish. And there's 67 competitors making up the team, and their strength will be concentrated in the women's and men's volleyball. And our own Channel Island of Alderney, and it's David Gill there leads the first Channel Island team into the arena. Well, Alderney has entered 32 competitors, with their main effort being directed in the shooting events, with 11 competitors in that alone, plus another 10 in the bowls. And so we are moving into a kaleidoscope of colour as the teams parade past the main stand.
500, their flag bearer, Paul Stromboy, in the volleyball. Their team manager, Arnold Mirang. Keep your applause going for these teams. All Guernsey welcome to the field. Some 1,050 competitors who enter the arena today. Following Royal Gibraltar, Gibraltar is the independent British community attached to the southern tip of Spain. Flag bearer who competes in the athletics, in fact in the finalist in the 100 metres 1986 Commonwealth Games, is John Chaperoy. Their team manager, Francis Napoli. Teams, of course, entering the arena in alphabetical order.
And just look at those flags, and look at those smiling faces.
The Swedish islands setting the Baltic, population of 53,400.
And now it's Gibraltar, and it's athlete John Chapery, who specialises in the 800 metres. He's leading his team from the Crown Colony. He proudly carries the island flag, red and white castle and key in the centre. Well, the team are dressed in red and white tracksuits, and their officials are in blazer and tie. It's Gibraltar's first time in the Games, and counting the team and supporters, 120 men and women have arrived for what they term, as everybody does, the friendly games. Well, the Gibraltarians are keen to be accepted into future island games, as they believe they can compete on equal terms with the other islands.
West coast of Norway, population of 4,500, and that flag bearer is Heggy Osman. Team manager Christine Strong.